let's get into our next topic because this, we don't really, I didn't think I'd be talking about the NCAA tournament, but I am because I was incredibly impressed with the UConn Huskies. I believe it was on, was it Saturday, I believe they played? Here's the funny part. I picked Iona. I made a $10 bet with my friend who goes to UConn. I made a $10 bet that Iona would beat them. And I got very excited because Iona was up, I believe, by 1 point at halftime. And then the UConn Huskies became the UConn Huskies we see now, dominating teams, and they've beaten every single team in the tournament by 15 or more points in each of the games.
Which is, I think it's very surprising given that St. John's beat them not that long ago.
Hey,
right?
Let's go St. John's.
Yeah. Some of the teams that beat them would lead you to believe they weren't going to go that far in the tournament.
Right. But
during the year, the teams that beat them during the year.
They have been extremely destructive this year in this tournament. I mean, Gonzaga made the finals literally last year and then got upset by, I believe, Baylor in the finals. Now they come into this and once again fall short, fall flat on their face, and this time it was an absolute pounding by the UConn Huskies. So I want to know what's your reaction to the UConn Gonzaga game back on, I believe it was Saturday. What do you think of it?
I guess I wasn't too surprised. I mean, UConn's number 4 and Gonzaga was number 3.
Yes.
So they weren't that far apart in terms of the seedings. I think the thing that surprises me more, or that I've seen in more recent tournaments, this tournament, is that, when I was younger, which was quite a long time ago, the number 1 seeds, they always made it through, and, they were the ones that were fighting it out for the championship with the high seeds.
Right.
And in tournaments more recently, it seems like the lowest seeds have found a way to get further into the tournament. And now, look, in this case, the highest seed is a number 4 in the Final Four.
Yeah.
That is pretty surprising, right? A 4 versus a 5, UConn versus Miami, and a 5 versus a 9 with San Diego State versus Florida Atlantic, right?
Yeah.
Florida Atlantic. I mean, that's a surprise. They got to the Final Four.
Hey.
I mean, that game against, they played Texas, right?
That was Miami. Miami played Texas. Kansas State.
Kansas State, right. Kansas State was behind, and then they came back. It looked like they were going to pull ahead.
Right.
And that guy, Noel, for them.
He may have been the best player in the tournament.
Yeah, right. He was great. And then they fell apart right at the end.
Yeah.
I was shocked, actually, by that. So I'd be surprised if FAU makes it to the final, but
I
we'll
would
see.
be as well.
Yeah, I think it's going to be San Diego, UConn.
Hey, UConn, right now, yes, I picked UConn to be a one and done this year, but the way they absolutely are crushing teams with Sanogo and Jordan Hawkins dropped 20 points in this game against Gonzaga. They should be the favorite. I believe they are.
They are the favorite. I've been looking it up and watching it.
This UConn team should dominate
the betting line favors UConn.
And it should. UConn should dominate this entire tournament.
And where do they play? Where are they going to play the Final Four? What town? What city?
I know they're playing right now in Houston. I'm not sure where the final's being played. So, couldn't tell.
That could be, important, right?
I don't think so.
Well, if it's not too far from UConn, then a lot of fans will be there.
Wait, what's because the team I believe played at MSG.
Look it up.
Let's see.
A lot of the games are at MSG this weekend.
Let's see. I'm curious to see. Final Four be hosted in Houston.
In Houston, yeah.
And that's all I'm getting right now. When's it looks like it's gonna be Houston. Yeah.
Okay.
So there we go.
That's a long way from UConn. It's closer to Miami.
I don't think it matters though, but
maybe not.
I was impressed with Miami actually because they were down, and then you were watching the game, and I came in and I said, "Oh my God, Miami's absolutely screwed. They're down. I think there's 4 or 5 minutes remaining in I believe it was the fourth quarter." And then I was like, okay, good job. Miami lost. That sucks. And I checked the score at the end of the game. I'm like, Miami won this game? Was it 88-81, I think, or 85-81, something like that? High scoring game for at least the 5 seed versus the Who did Miami play? Do you remember?
I don't. I'm sorry. I should know that. I
Let's
was
see.
watching the game.
Let's see. Miami, they're the 5 seed. They were playing. If I could bring it up real quick, they were playing number 2 seed Texas. That's right.
Right.
It was 88-81.
Yeah.
Texas they choked that big time. 51 points Miami scored in the second half compared to 36 from Texas.
Yeah.
Absolutely dominated. But the way UConn played in this tournament, 15 points. You're beating teams by per game. And hey, Gonzaga, Drew Timme, the guy that looks like he's 35 years old. He's been dominating the tournament. 4 games. He's averaging, I have it in here, I believe it's 24 points a game. Yeah, 24.3 points a game, 9 rebounds. Shooting a total 57% from the floor. He was Gonzaga. He got into foul trouble early in this game, and once you get into foul trouble, you have to play a little bit more cautious. He ended with 4 fouls. So Gonzaga comes up short again. UConn, I forget. I think it's been a while since they made at least the men's team made their last Final Four. But I fully expect UConn to go into this tournament and absolutely crush. And we'll see. We're gonna see what comes out of the game on Saturday, April 1st, FAU SDSU. I'm curious. Who are you picking for that game? I know we can make our picks Friday. I'm just curious what your first impressions are. FAU, San Diego's, or was it Florida Atlantic for San Diego State?
I'm picking San Diego State.
I'm going I'm going to keep the Cinderella story going. I'm picking FAU because Kansas State, the Kansas State head coach went into that locker room and said that was the hardest team he faced yet. So I'm saying that this team has guts, this team has courage, this team is going to the final. A number 9 seed playing number 4 seed UConn.
And that coach is a first-year coach with them, I believe, right?
I don't follow
so. FAU's coach, the first-year coach with them.
That's my pick. I know we could have made our picks Friday. I was curious what your first impressions were. So you got what? San Diego State versus UConn?
I'm hoping UConn wins. I like UConn. I've followed them. You know, they've had a lot of success over the years with Jim Calhoun when he was their coach. He took them to the championship number of times. So, and they've had some great players that went through UConn too.
Yeah.
So, I hope they win. I'm counting on them. I'm hoping for that.
They're St. John's rivals, so I expect them to win, but I hope they don't win.
Yeah. Well,
I already lost $10 on this because I thought Iona would beat them. Iona was up at half, and then Iona choked.
Iona wasn't going to beat UConn.
Hey, I had hope.
Iona plays in the league that Iona plays in compared to the talent that UConn plays against.
It's the Big East.
Totally different.
I mean, I agree with that.
Different. The MAC is
compared to the Big
small.
East.
Compared to the Big East, give me a break. It's not gonna. I didn't think that Iona was gonna. They were the 16th seed.
No. It was since UConn's the 4 seed. What would they be?
Yeah, I don't know.
With the 8 seed,
something like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty high for someone coming out of the MAC. Yeah.
Hey, they won the MAC tournament. So what do you expect?
They usually win it. Actually, Iona.
Yeah. Damn. I fully expect UConn to win. I hope I pick FAU to move on. So I'm saying Cinderella story all the way, but I fully expect UConn to dominate. I say
in the first game, and then you expect them to beat FAU
in both. Yeah. But I hope FAU upsets them. Yeah, first FAU has to beat San Diego State first. So I feel like, first of all, this is one of the worst Final Fours in recent memory. No big school. I mean, UConn's a pretty big school.
UConn's a big school.
But no massive school with a massive final like a Kentucky or a Duke or a Kansas. No major powerhouse is in this Final Four.
Yeah. Well, all 4 first seeds, Gonzo.
Hey, supposedly the best player, who's like a projected very high pick in the NBA draft, Brandon Miller, who had off the court issues, he averaged like 9 points.
Not even a 3rd seed made it to the finals.
Yeah.
The Final Four.
It's bad. It's pretty bad.
It's pretty interesting. In a way, I think it's good. I think it's good because it
smaller schools getting the recognition.
Smaller schools are getting recognition, and it shows that the programs are really good. That they're in terms of talent, it's spread around some, and the coaching is really good for some of these teams. So I think it's a good thing that you go into a game, and no matter what your seed is, it could be competitive, and who knows, and it's uncertain who's going to win.
Yeah, well, St. John's got Rick Pitino now. I hope we actually do some damage with him.
That'll be interesting with him as their coach. Yeah,
St. John's gets no high prospects, so I highly doubt.
Rick Pitino is getting up there in age. I don't know how old he is now, but
he did pretty well. I believe he was the coach of Iona. I'm pretty sure.
No,
I'm pretty sure. What school was he coaching for previously? Then let's see. I hope I can get this quickly. Iona Gales men's basketball team. He was Iona's coach.
This most recent
yeah.
year. So he got him.
Since
he got
2020.
them. He got them up there.
He got them in the tournament.
He got them in the tournament at a higher seed than normal. Most of the MAC teams usually come in as the lowest seed.
And led UConn at half.
Yeah.
And then they lost.
Oh, well. Well, now he's coming to St. John's. That's sure their school. So
6-year deal.
6-year deal. Wow.
So he'll be there long after me. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, if you want to check out the full episode, make sure you click the I in the top right-hand corner right now. If you want to listen to this show anywhere you go, make sure you go to anchor.fm/The Harvey Hour or anywhere you get your podcasts.